Good day everyone, I'm Christine Joy R. San Jose, and today we are going to discuss about the differences between traditional literacy and 21st century literacy. Traditional literacy means integration of listening, speaking, writing, reading, and critical thinking. It includes cultural knowledge, which enable a writer or a reader to recognize and use language appropriate to different situations. So, it is teacher-focused. In traditional literacy, the main objective as a student is to be able to determine the extent information needed, the vocabulary, spelling, the communication skills, and effective communication. To bring punctuality and discipline, the learners will access information effectively and efficiently. It is important to know that traditional literacy does not mean reading and writing. In this simplest form, instead it means being able to access reading work and such achieve a level of understanding that allows for critical thinking. Very important because it is a life skill to improve livelihood and importance to students to develop decision-making, public policy, being responsible, and develop the level of comprehension. And lastly, in the classroom learnings, traditional literacy helps student and teacher know each other. Literacies in the 21st century. Successfully interpreting this visual language required a kind of visual literacy to understand the message being presented and to manage the information encoded therein, skills which they coming into use again in the 21st century literacy. The difference is that now we are not analyzing smoke signals or bouquet, but rather sounds, text, and image from 100 different sources at a nearly non-stop rate to the point where accuracy, validity, and reliability of the messages we interpret from the basis for some very important personal and collective decision-making. This shift in the definition of literacy from reading and writing to knowledge is especially important as we explore the new literacies of the 21st century that seem far removed from the context upon which conventional literacy is based. According to Richardson, 2014, the so-called new literacies arose from the increasing availability of communication technologies that were once unavailable to the average individual. Technologies like blogging and vlogging, social networking, and even text messaging change and expand both the extent and the form of our communication, blending text, sound, and images in ways unforeseen and unprecedented. In 21st century literacy, it focuses on a person knowing how he or she can learn, utilizing scientific research on cognition and metacognition. Students need to understand how the brain creates and uses subjective knowledge, and the different processes that create objective knowledge. Students need to know how concepts work to define and categorize knowledge, and how concepts can be organized into conceptual frameworks that interconnect facts into larger fields of knowledge. Features of literacy. In traditional literacy, it is teacher-centered, while in the 21st century, it is student-centered. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Goodbye!